Did you have any idea, because it's not being reported in the media, there is a water crisis in Iran. There is a sugar shortage in Iran. A sugar shortage is actually what brought down one of the oldest Persian dynasties. Reza Pahlavi's father or grandfather, I guess, was able to overthrow one of the last major Persian dynasties due to a sugar shortage in the late 1800s. And there is a sugar shortage underway right now in Iran. Say that fast multiple times. Sugar shortage. And so we've got to be able to cripple the Iranian economy. Now, here's one of the things that we know about the Iranian deal that again, isn't getting a lot of media coverage. Most of the media coverage has been critical of President Trump, not really because he's getting out of the Iran deal, but because Barack Obama's legacy is being undone. And most of the major pro-Iran deal pundits out there are much more interested in Barack Obama's legacy than they are whether or not the deal was good. In fact, a number of Democrats, remember, Barack Obama could not get Democrats in Congress to support his deal. He had to do it as just an executive agreement because Democrats in Congress wouldn't go along with this deal, and that is completely outside the media narrative. They don't want to focus on it. But one of the reasons Barack Obama couldn't get the Democrats to go along with it is because the Iranians are so untrustworthy. Look at what they're doing with the money right now that's not getting a lot of attention. The Iran deal has significantly destabilized the Middle East. Because Iran has been able to use its repatriated cash that had been frozen in American bank accounts to fund Hezbollah, to fund the Iranian Guard, to fund Yemeni terrorists who are now at war with Saudi Arabia. See, Barack Obama decided to treat the Iranian regime not as terrorist thugs, but as a legitimate nation state welcome to a seat at the table because he wanted to counterbalance Israel and Saudi Arabia. The Obama administration had a deep, unabiding hostility towards Israel. In fact, many of the Obama administration officials who were most critical of President Trump withdrawing from the deal are attacking Israel. They're not attacking President Trump. They are deeply anti-Semitic people who hate Israel. They don't like Netanyahu, and that's their cover. But the fact is they don't like Israel. And by the way, I would say we shouldn't be listening to the European Union on whether or not we should stay into this deal, given how much anti-Semitism has infested itself within the bureaucracy of foreign affairs within the EU. What has happened is that Israel and Saudi Arabia and Jordan have had to become very close together to combat the rising Iranian menace. By Barack Obama flooding Iran with cash that it has used for weapons of war, not to improve its economy, it's a growing regional superpower. And Israel, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, they've all had to get together to oppose Iran in ways they never had to in the past. And in fact, what we're seeing is a nuclear proliferation crisis as the UAE and Saudi Arabia and other Arab states decide they're probably going to need nukes to combat Iran. The Iranian deal destabilized the Middle East. The situation in Yemen is part of that. The situation in Syria is part of that. Remember, Barack Obama telegraphed with national media Israel's pending attacks on Iranian positions in Syria. Don't forget that. The media doesn't like to report it. But when Barack Obama was negotiating this deal and Israel was trying to strike Iranian Republican Guard targets in Syria, the administration leaked it to the press to show Iran that they were in good faith negotiating. Now, the reason Syria has remained as it has remained is because Barack Obama's deal with Iran tied our hands in what we can do against Iran, and that includes Iranian positions in Syria, where they've been able to reinforce them with the cash we gave them. It's completely destabilizing. These people who are defending the Iranian deal are saying, look, Europe supports this deal. What they are hoping you will ignore is that there is not a single nation in the Middle East that supports the Iran deal. Jordan, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Jordan, Egypt, Israel, all of them are opposed to the Iran deal, and they're all breathing a sigh of relief The balance of power is being restored now in the Middle East today.
Eric Erickson and Atlanta's Evening News.
Who is that guy?
I love the information you need and the truth you demand every night on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. Atlanta's Evening News is sponsored by Comcast Business.
520, Doug Turnbull, WSB. Headlights on, but the rain falling in your area, please. Two problems that blocked multiple lanes on 285 that's just reopened. One, 285 south to the inner loop at Glenwood, a big jam behind that. Another one, 285 westbound, the outer loop at Northside Towers, there, exit 22 at the Fulton Cobb County line. 85 north, it is all volume the whole way from downtown Atlanta, pretty much, all the way into Gwinnett County. There was earlier trouble, looks like, up around Beaver Run into your trail. More delays from Old Peachtree up past Highway 20 at 316 eastbound slow most of the way from I-85 out into Tequila. Veronica Harrell, Coolray, carrier traffic center.
A 45-minute ride, that's what you're going to deal with on 400 northbound from Lenox to Holcomb Bridge. Just waves of volume from Windward out to Browns Bridge Road throughout Suffolk County. As 400 southbound, you're going to start tapping the brakes just before Van Sale. How's the Northwest, Jill Nelson?
Heading up to Kennesaw, 75 northbound on the brakes from before exit 255 West Paces Ferry up past exit 271 Barrett Parkway. 575 northbound delays from 75 up past the Bells Ferry curve. Triple team traffic, WSB.
WSB's traffic team has another way to warn you about red alert problems during your commute. WSB triple team traffic alerts on your phone.
Plug in where you're trying to go. You can put your phone aside and it'll alert you when there's somewhere in the area that you're going that has some traffic issues.
Open it for automatic audio alerts and for a one-touch dial to the WSB Traffic Center. Another WSB advantage.
I'm Harvey Massey with Massey Services. You may not know about our 30-plus years of service automation and environmental stewardship, or what drives the people who wear our uniforms, or what